What's up, guys? I got the bike behind me. Just want to give you guys an update video. It's been, let's just call it a year. And I've made some changes over that time, and I want to give you guys just my impressions on the bike. There's very little footage and stuff out there on these pit bikes, and you know, for anybody that's new to the channel, I had a lot less subscribers at the time that were checking in on this, but this is a CRF110. I got the plastic sitting right here. So this is like a pit bike. Basically modified the heck out of it, so it probably makes over 2 times the horsepower that it did stock. You know, whatever they make 5 horsepower stock, and this is probably just under 15, maybe. I don't know, I haven't dynoed these things or whatever, but just to give you an idea, if you've ever hopped on a 110 and you thought it was sluggish, well, this is probably about 3 times that power. So what's currently what we talked about in the past that was done on the bike was we have a from TB Parts, we have a big bore kit. So it's a 132 big bore kit in there. We did have a stock cam. We had the stock, there's an injector in there, fuel injector. That was stock. On this last video, 26 millimeter throttle body and manifold. So that's just bigger than what it is stock. I think they go up to 30 or 32. The 26 seems like it's been perfect for us. Pax makes this intake tube right here, if you want to look underneath there. So that's a bigger intake tube. The outside diameter is obviously bigger than what you would see on the stock bike, but the inside diameter is significantly bigger. The other one is like really limited in the size and the inside. So we have that. We took off, there's like some sort of screen I remember in here. We took that guy out. So we cleaned up the intake by doing a bigger tube, and then doing the you know, there's some screen in there we yanked that thing out, and then we did a 26 millimeter throttle body and manifold. So that actually stayed the same to right now in this video. We updated the injector. I think you know what, I actually have the parts list right here. Man, I'm forgetful. This is a 110cc injector. And then I also added, which you can't see, I just put the lid on it right now, is the S1 high performance camshaft. That was a good time. A little fun story here. So here's the stock camshaft, right? And at the very end of this, if you see that little, let's call it a washer, a collar, that actually on the aftermarket ones slide out. Maybe on this one it slides out, but it's pressed in. I think that came a little bit damaged, and I tried putting the gear on there and it made it a lot worse. So then anyways, it kind of messed the whole thing up. Like, I thought I messed the bike up. I mean, it sounds like it's running fine, and I'm sure it's fine, knock on wood. But yeah, I tried bolting it up and making it work, and that was just not working out. So I had to get overnight from CJR that little collar, and I had them throw it in a USPS flat rate whatever, and I printed a label and emailed it to him because I was like, dude, I need this overnight. Today's Saturday, just to give you an idea. So they sent it from Florida to me, and then yeah, I got here today, which was super cool. It only cost me like 25 bucks to do that, given the thing weighed nothing. But anyways, you know, that's kind of something we ran into. Also during this video, we got the Faster Minis, little plugs, little dress-up plugs. Those are cool. There's also like a filler neck thing on the other side, or dipstick or whatever. So got that. This is all the same stuff from the video before. Faster Minis, chain guard, that thing's cool. BBR swing arm. I don't even remember what chain I got at the time, but a gold chain. BBR stuff down there. I think actually it comes with the swing arm itself. Some company has like a gorilla as their logo for the sprocket in the back, so that's cool. Excel wheels. You guys ask me all the time. Those things are all laced up Cole and W USA, so DUBYA USA. They're here out of Orange in California, so Southern California, and he, you know, basically I brought him the hubs and he laced everything up, and I mean, it's awesome. They're Excel wheels. Those tires are made by Midas, or no, not Midas. Midas Touch. Midas? I don't know. It's similar to that. I don't remember. It's on our website. We're a dealer for the tires. I'm not interested in selling a ton of parts for these things. we're really just going to focus on the aftermarket stuff for the trucks. But everyone couldn't find the tires for the longest time, and I found a good source for them that that stocks them. So I was like, hey, you know, why not? If you guys want them, pick them up from us. So I think that kind of covers it on the engine, right? We got a big bore kit. We used to have a thick gasket here. Now we went to a thin one. The gasket's right there at the head of the engine. So these kits come down here with like a bigger, thick gasket and then a thinner one. And it depends on the application and the power you're trying to make on what you're gonna run. I've found that the thick one, after comparing it to my buddy's bike with the thin one, it was like really, they're like the responsiveness was not there. It was like almost like a tractor. Like it was like bah, 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 and then it would just take off. I really didn't like it at all. So the big space or the big gasket, whatever, definitely wouldn't do that. I really didn't like it at all. Something I've had on the shelf for like 6 months now is a BBR shift shaft, and I haven't put it on yet. That's a PAX. This one's super cool. So I got this light bar wired up right here, and so I got this switch off Amazon. Got these little mounts off Amazon. If I get a minute, maybe I'll link them down below rather than waste my time talking about them. But cool mounts. You can flip them around and bring the light bar in if you want to. Biggest thing is remember all of this and these measurements worked out because of these handlebars from Mika. But you know, there's some double row, single row, you know, light bars that are out there. I've seen some of the companies like, I don't know, Faster Minis and Factory Mini Bikes, you know, they have on their website, and I'm sure they're great, but nothing compares to Rigid and the output that has. It's unreal, and guys in the desert just completely trip out on how bright that is. And then obviously I don't have to worry about it ever fading or water getting in it or whatever, some of those Chinese ones. Like, you got Rigid, you got the best one. So that's cool. Got some OD grips on here. Who cares about grips? Got the ASVs on here. I actually still have the prototype. That's actually a 3D printed spacer. So I went and I was hanging out with the guys at ASV when that first came out. So that was about a year ago. They hadn't even put them in production yet. But yeah, they started making spacers. So that way, when you grab this full brake, you don't hit right here. And a lot of you guys were hitting. So this is not a shorty. This is the long version. The shorty will still hit here even with the spacer. So anyway, something worth noting. Gonna run a CR9E spark plug. So I'm gonna swap that out today and put a new spark plug in there. We got the new drain, or not the drain, the new deal from Faster Minis that goes here, whatever the technical name is. We got none other than an Elka shock right here. We got Elkas on the Duramax behind us. So pretty cool to see that we're matching on that. The big bore exhaust from Rocket. So I got that before they sold to their new company. I'm sure the new company makes them just as well. But I've had this thing on here for a while. Some of the first ones that Rocket ever made for the big bore specifically, having the bigger engine and stuff like that in there. CRF110s, that guy was super cool that owned CRF110s. Really nice fit and finish on their brake lever. Doesn't hit my BBR swing arm at all. Some Faster Minis kind of upgrades and stuff in here. I think we have this here and then some of their spacers on the front wheels. You know, some of the little finishing touches that look really cool. Again, you can see the big tires I got on here, front and back. C21, C20 in the back. And these are, like I said, they're the Midas. Yeah, they are Midas. MITAS pit cross. And then anyways, they offer some really cool tires. So overall, I mean, I think I might eventually, I think I already talked about the camshaft I just put in today, and the injector. I upgraded that to the 110cc and some other stuff. But anyways, I know I'm doing a bunch of talking, almost 10 minutes of me talking during this video, but I get a lot of you guys asking questions on like some of the other, you know, comments on my other videos on like what I did and how I did it. I'm starting to kind of get these things kind of dialed down, but I just don't know if I could do them fast enough yet to make it economically worth it to have you guys come to me and build these. Plus, I've kind of made a couple rookie mistakes. I got to get that out of my system first. Because, yeah, these things can be a little bit finicky. You know, they're very simple, I guess, if you will, but still a little bit finicky I'm working on. Yeah, I think that's it for the update, you guys. So I'm going to put the camera down for a minute. I'm going to let the battery charge. The only thing I got coming that's not on the bike right now, like I said, is I'm going to put that battery in there. But I'm going to get, I think Avail makes a cover for the front here, and it has a nice vent that comes off the top of it. So I've been told by Cameron at CJR that's a really good idea. Helps cool down everything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get that guy, and then we're going to get these nice colored bolts and stuff to go on there too. So that's going to be really exciting. And yeah, that's about it. So we got a couple things to tie up. We're going to drain the oil. It needs fresh oil in there. We're going to get this swapped out. We're going to get the battery swapped out, which is super cool. And then get the plastics on everything, and I'll take it for a couple laps. And I don't know, see what the top end feels like. Actually, they say the S1 camshaft gives you better everything from bottom to top. So see what that feels like. And then also, I know that swapping out that gasket at that same time and the injector, I mean, those three things together, see what the big difference is. And hopefully I can make some recommendations for you guys in the future of like maybe a package or what parts to go with. So, all right, guys. Well, hopefully you hung on with me enough for the first 11 minutes or whatever of this video. Let's get the new battery in. Let's get everything swapped out, and we'll get going on this. Okay, so we're well, found a different hat. We're getting a little bit more done. So we got the skid plate back on, re-Loctited the bolts that go underneath. So that's all good there. We tighten these guys up. Just need to wipe them down, taking the battery out, but we haven't detached it yet. I got the faster minis deal I was talking about right there. So that's kind of cool. Changed the oil. So got new oil in the bike. We're getting a lot closer. Oh, put the front fender on too. So I want you guys to listen to me starting the bike with this battery, and we'll see how the other one, how fast it starts up. So given that's started the bike a couple times, you can tell it barely does it anymore. It's because it's cold. And it's got really brand new cold oil in it too. So it's staying on. Okay, couldn't seem to get my finger in there. So anyways, you could tell it barely started it, and I anticipated a much different experience with a brand new CRF battery. So let's get that thing stuck in here, and again, hopefully it fits and we're good to go. Well, believe it or not, I haven't started it myself yet, but I'm gonna do this with you guys just because I kind of want to see what my reaction is gonna be. I don't know, we'll see. It's a lot faster. Nice. Nothing too crazy, but it's on, it works. Our light bar, okay. Can we kill it real quick? Let's try it again. I think I made it mad. Bike's got to warm up, but yeah, there it is installed. So pretty cool little modification there. Just throwing the CRF battery in there, and I got it exactly how I want to. Super nice and snug in there, all nice and bolted up. They did, so we can kill it now. So what they did do is they provided these are 10 millimeter bolts instead of 18. And what I really like, some of the new batteries do this, is they glue these foam pieces on here that helps. If you guys have ever installed these batteries, you know why it helps. So it just holds that bolt in place, so that way you can just thread the screw in there, or holds the nut in place so you can put the screw in it. Anyway, super cool. So I'm gonna get the plastics all put on this thing. I'm gonna clean up my mess, and then I'm gonna adjust this chain, just kind of get some final stuff kind of just tied up on this thing, and then go take it for a spin. So here it is. I just want to get you guys some footage before it got dark. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I noticed probably was that thinner gasket that's in there. I wonder if the camshaft, that S1 camshaft, that kind of limitates me a little bit, because I know it says it adds power across the field of like low, medium, and high. But I think bigger valves, a race head, the S2 cam, 30 millimeter throttle body, like that's more than what I'm probably ever going to do. I think the mods are going to stop on this bike. Maybe I'll do something different next go around. You know, some of that reason is this stuff's real tedious to get to, and it's more effort than I want to put in to do the throttle body and all that stuff again. And then also, I think you need to change this all out and go to like a single tube or a different throttle tube and stuff like that. And I don't know. Again, this is just a pit bike, and it doesn't get a lot of use at all. So I wanted it to be awesome. So I'm happy with the mods that I overall did to the bike. Yes, it could go faster, and I feel like I'm always going to want more, but I don't really care about that for now. I think this thing is light years faster than it was. And I'll just have to ride my buddy's bike, who has all of this, but he has the bigger throttle body, and he has the different camshaft, I think the DCR, which is that super expensive one. So honestly, I imagine that just hearing his rip around too, I feel like on that high RPM, it just like, you know, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be faster. We'll have to see when we race or whatever. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Super happy with the battery, the camshaft, everything that's all in here, all at once. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll kind of just link some of the items that I bought below, so that way you guys can find them easier. Yeah, and also if you guys want to see more of this footage, right, like you guys have to comment and like and subscribe to the channel. I don't mind bringing more content to this, or bringing the GoPro out to the desert, but you know, you guys gotta let me know if you like it. I know you guys that are watching like the Duramax stuff, but you know, if you guys want to see more 110 content, or some of the 450, built this thing all nice, and you know, I ride it when I'm out there. But anyways, I don't want to ramble on. If you guys want to see more, you guys gotta let me know down below, and I'll pick up the camera and I'll answer questions or do whatever you guys want. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll catch you on the next one.